This video is recorded on 19th March 2025. Why I believe Indusind Bank is a massive buying opportunity. It's a kind of once in a decade kind of opportunity at around 690 odd levels, which it is trading at around uh, 10 a.m. on 19th March 2025. Now the thing is that on 11th March, the stock actually overreacted to the derivative accounting issue worth 2.35% of its net worth. Now, at current price, the stock is now available at zero point 0.7 times FY26 book value, which is just a year from now. Now, with a GNP of 2.5%, net NP of 1%, capital adequacy ratio of 16%, and a quarterly profit potential of 2,500 crores on a balance sheet size of 6 lakh crores, 1,500 crores of expected loss is easily absorbable. And a 27% reaction that the stock witnessed on 11th March was blown out of proportion in my view. I'm aware that CEO got only 1 year extension when board approved 3 years, and there is a sudden discrepancy of 15-20 crores which came out of blue due to derivative hedging issue. But we have seen such events in past and the valuation didn't break down to such ridiculous levels. I will mention many instances in the past where similar events have happened and the stock has reversed massively and has given very good return if you bought at those panic levels. Like for example, in ICICI Bank, there was CEO fraud, excessive lending to troubled corporates during 2016 to 2018, if you remember, and yet it bottomed out at 1.2 times book value. And look, from there, how much return ICICI Bank has given in next 8-10 years. Another example is of Axis Bank, which has got very high similarity with what is happening to Indusind Bank right now. Like in 2017, RBI found NPA divergence of 5,600 crores, worth over 10% of its net worth at that time in June 2017. That day, when this news broke out, the stock fell only 19% and didn't went below 1.8 times book value. CEO Shikha Sharma didn't got any extension even though board approved 3 years of extension to her as a CEO. Now you can see that there is so much similarity to what is happening with Indusind Bank. Like Indusind Bank CEO didn't got full 3 year extension but got only 1 year extension. There is a sudden derivative loss of around 1,500 crores post tax, while which is around 2.35% of its net worth. While ICICI Bank, in case of Axis Bank, the RBI found the divergence to be around 5,600 crores, which was around 10%. Now, I'll give you one more example of an international event. Like in 2016, there was a scandal which broke out in Wells Fargo, and Wells Fargo, mind you, was one of the biggest position of Warren Buffett at that time, and he, I think, held around 10% of the bank. Now, what happened was like the government agencies found millions of fake accounts that Wells Fargo was creating. Now, when that news broke out, it didn't fell 20% in that day. It didn't fell even 10% that day when the news broke out, when the fine was imposed. Over a period of few days, the stock fell 20%. And then in next 1 year, it recovered everything. And Warren Buffett, in his annual general meeting, also said that he has seen such events in the past, like the edible oil scandal that happened to American Express in 1960s. The company recovered from those shocks and did very well from there. So, taking cues from those past precedents, Warren Buffett held on to the Wells Fargo investment and did well. The reason that I can imagine why Indusind Bank has reacted so violently is due to enormous amount of technical as well as momentum traders and algo strategies at play in market these days. Algo-based trading coupled with leverage has created a scenario where even a slightest news is creating a monster reaction on downside when everyone is trying to exit at the same time. That is creating the price distortion I have not witnessed before. Also, there is a pledge scare that market is fearing that the promoters who has 16% stake in the company has got 50% or 60% of their shares pledged. Now the market is fearing that if stock prices keep coming down, they will have to sell entire holdings, or what will happen. People have seen this pledge troubles before. That's why they are scared. But in my view, this pledge thing is not a big deal because they are already investing in buying companies at Indusind international holding level, and they are willing to create a $50 billion enterprise from there. So in my view, this situation will get over in next few months. So one can look at this stock very positively, but don't invest all your money into one stock. It's always advisable to be diversified, but yes, it deserves a portion of your portfolio so that when things turn around, one can utilize the opportunity that it presents now. In my view, once things settle, the market will revalue the bank appropriately, and I think in a year or a year and a half time, it should start getting valued at FY27 book value around 1.5 times, which brings it to a level of 1650 odd levels. So, from a limited downside, there is a reasonable upside in this stock. So, one can look at this stock, do your homework, and then invest a portion of your portfolio which you are comfortable at. Thank you.